Welcome back to my channel where hidden treasures turn into unbelievable stories. Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of the 1990 Kennedy half dollar, a coin that looks ordinary but might hold secrets far beyond its face value. What if I told you that some coins just like this one have shocked collectors with unexpected value? Stay with me because in this video, we're going to uncover the truth, the myths, and the real potential behind this coin. Could a simple 50-cent piece really change your fortune, or is it just another circulating coin? Let's find out together. The story of the 1990 Kennedy half dollar begins with one of the most iconic coins ever created in the United States, a coin that carries the legacy of President John F. Kennedy. Introduced after his tragic assassination in 1963, this coin quickly became a symbol of national pride and remembrance. By 1990, millions of these coins were still being produced, especially at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a small P. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. While the coin looks powerful and historic, not every piece holds massive value. Now imagine holding a 1990 Kennedy half dollar in your hand, a coin that has been circulated, worn down by time, passed from person to person. At first glance, it may seem ordinary, just another 50-cent coin. But collectors always ask one question: could this be the one that changes everything? The reality, however, is very different from the dream that many people believe. In actual market conditions, a normal circulated 1990 Kennedy half dollar is worth only slightly more than its face value. Most of these coins sell between about 50 cents and $1 depending on condition. That means even if you have one in your pocket right now, it is not automatically a treasure worth millions. Coin identifier +1. The reason behind this low value is simple: these coins were produced in very large numbers. The United States Mint created millions of them, making them extremely common. When a coin is common, its value stays low unless something unusual or rare makes it stand out from the rest. However, this is where the story becomes interesting. Not all 1990 Kennedy half dollars are equal. Some coins carry minting errors, and those errors can transform an ordinary coin into something collectors desperately want. These include die cracks, missing details, or unusual striking mistakes that occurred during production. For example, some 1990 coins have been found with die crack errors or weak mint marks. These are small flaws caused during the minting process, but collectors see them as unique fingerprints of history. In certain cases, such coins can sell for higher prices, sometimes reaching tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on how rare and visible the error is. eBay. Another important factor is condition. A heavily circulated and worn coin like the one you described loses much of its collector appeal. Scratches, fatting, and damage reduce value significantly. On the other hand, coins in perfect or near-perfect condition can sell for much higher amounts, especially if professionally graded. In extremely rare cases, high-grade examples of 1990 Kennedy half dollars have reached impressive prices at auctions. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as MS-67, have sold for hundreds or even over $1,000. But remember, these are coins that look almost brand new, not worn circulation pieces. Coin identifier. There is also an important detail about composition. The 1990 Kennedy half dollar is made of copper-nickel clad, not silver. That means it does not carry precious metal value like older coins from the 1960s. This further limits its base value in today's market. Many viral stories online claim that coins like this are worth millions or can make you a billionaire overnight. But in reality, these claims are exaggerated and not based on actual auction records. No standard 1990 Kennedy half dollar has ever sold for millions of dollars. Still, the excitement around coin collecting comes from possibility. Every collector dreams of discovering a rare error or an overlooked gem. That's why even common coins are carefully examined, because once in a while something extraordinary does appear. If you truly believe your coin is special, the best step is to have it checked by a professional coin grading service. Experts can determine whether your coin has a rare error, an unusual strike, or exceptional condition that increases its value. So while your 1990 Kennedy half dollar may not instantly make you rich, it still carries history, legacy, and the thrill of discovery. It represents a piece of American culture and a moment in time that continues to inspire collectors around the world. In the end, the real power of this coin is not in unrealistic promises of millions, but in the knowledge, curiosity, and excitement it brings. Because sometimes the true treasure is not just the value of the coin, but the journey of he caught understanding, and the hope that maybe, just maybe, one day you will find something truly rare. The next up, top 2, the 2017 Kennedy half dollar may look like an ordinary modern coin, but to collectors and enthusiasts, it carries a quiet intrigue that often goes unnoticed. Many people assume that only ancient or very old coins hold significant value, yet even recent coins like this one can spark curiosity. However, it's important to understand from the beginning that most 2017 Kennedy half dollars in circulated, worn condition are not rare in the traditional sense, and they typically do not reach extreme values in the market. Still, their story and potential varieties make them worth examining closely. The coin features the portrait of John F. Kennedy, a symbol of American history and legacy. Since its introduction in 1964, the Kennedy half dollar has been admired not just as currency, but as a tribute to a beloved president. By 2017, these coins were no longer widely used in everyday transactions, which adds a subtle layer of collectability, even for newer issues. The 2017 half dollar with the P mint mark was struck at the United States Mint facility in Philadelphia. Unlike older coins, modern minting techniques ensure a high level of consistency, meaning that dramatic errors or unique variations are far less common. Still, collectors remain alert for any unusual features such as off-center strikes, doubled dies, or surface anomalies that could increase value. In circulated and worn condition, the value of this coin is generally close to its face value, 50 cents. The copper-nickel composition, often visible as a copper-colored edge, confirms that it is a standard-clad coin rather than a silver issue. While this may sound disappointing to those hopping for a hidden fortune, the real excitement lies in the possibility, however slim, of discovering an error coin or an exceptionally preserved specimen. The idea that such a coin could instantly make someone a millionaire is more myth than reality. Stories like these spread quickly and create excitement, but the truth is grounded in rarity and demand. For a 2017 Kennedy half dollar to reach extraordinary value, it would need a truly exceptional characteristic, something that sets it apart from millions of identical coins produced that year. That said, certain modern coins have surprised collectors in the past. Rare mint errors, experimental strikes, or coins with unique production flaws have occasionally sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. These cases are uncommon, but they keep the dream alive for collectors who carefully inspect every coin they encounter. Condition plays a major role in determining value. A heavily circulated coin with scratches, dull surfaces, and worn details will always be less desirable than one in mint or near-mint condition. Collectors often use grading systems to evaluate coins, and even a small difference in condition can significantly affect price. Another important factor is collector interest. The Kennedy half dollar series has a loyal following, and some collectors aim to complete full sets by year and mint mark. While a 2017 P coin is not rare, it still holds a place in these collections, giving it a modest but steady demand. It's also worth noting that coins from recent years are sometimes saved in large quantities by collectors, reducing their scarcity in the future. This means that while the coin is historically real and part of official U.S. currency, its availability limits its potential for extreme value under normal circumstances. Despite this, the thrill of coin collecting lies not only in profit but in discovery. Every coin carries a piece of history, and even modern coins can become more valuable over time if circumstances change, such as shifts in collector demand or the emergence of new varieties. If you truly want to determine whether your coin is special, a close inspection is essential. Look for unusual markings, errors, or anything that differs from standard examples. In rare cases, professional evaluation can reveal hidden value that might otherwise go unnoticed. The belief that a single coin can change your fortune overnight is powerful and exciting, but it should be approached with realism. While it is not impossible for a coin to achieve extraordinary value, it is extremely rare, especially for modern, circulated pieces like the 2017 Kennedy half dollar. Still, holding such a coin can spark curiosity and inspire deeper interest in numismatics. Many great collections have started with a single ordinary coin that led to a lifelong passion for history and treasure hunting. In the end, the 2017 Kennedy half dollar is a genuine piece of American coinage history. While it may not make you a billionaire overnight, it holds educational value, historical significance, and the potential, however small, for something unexpected. And sometimes, that possibility is what makes coin collecting truly fascinating. The next up, top 3, the 1991 Kennedy half dollar from the United States Mint, carries a quiet but fascinating story that many collectors overlook at first glance. Struck in honor of John F. Kennedy, this coin continues a legacy that began shortly after his assassination in 1963. By 1991, the half dollar was no longer widely used in daily commerce, making circulated examples today feel like hidden relics of a fading era. When you hold one, even in worn condition, you are holding a piece of modern American history that has traveled through countless hands and decades. The 1991 D version, minted in Denver, is identified by the small D mint mark on the obverse side. Unlike earlier silver half dollars, this coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad, which explains the visible copper line on the edge when the coin is worn. While many people dismiss this copper edge as ordinary, experienced collectors know that condition, rarity of errors, and demand can turn even a common-looking coin into something much more valuable than expected. In heavily circulated condition, a typical 1991 D Kennedy half dollar is generally worth only a small premium above face value. However, the real excitement begins when we talk about rare minting errors and exceptional preservation. Coins with striking errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual planchet defects, can attract serious attention in the numismatic market. These rare variations are where stories of surprising value begin to emerge. It is important to be clear and realistic. No standard 1991 D Kennedy half dollar in worn, circulated condition has ever sold for millions of dollars. Claims suggesting overnight billionaire transformations are exaggerated myths that circulate online. However, certain rare error coins or coins in pristine, uncirculated condition graded by professional services can sell for significantly higher amounts, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and demand. Collectors place immense importance on grading. A coin graded MS65 or higher, meaning it has never been in circulation and retains sharp detail and luster, can command a premium. But once a coin becomes worn with scratches, faded details, and dulled surfaces, its value drops considerably. This is why most circulated 1991 D coins remain affordable, yet still collectible as part of a complete Kennedy half dollar set. What makes the 1991 issue interesting is not just its rarity, but its place in a transitional period of American coin usage. By the early 1990s, half dollars were no longer commonly used in everyday transactions. This reduced circulation means fewer people paid attention to saving them, which adds a subtle layer of scarcity for well-preserved examples today. Error coins from 1991 have occasionally surfaced in auctions, drawing attention from collectors who specialize in mint anomalies. These errors are often the result of mechanical misalignment or die issues during production. While rare, they are not impossible to find, which keeps collectors searching through rolls and old collections in hopes of discovering a hidden gem. Another factor that can increase value is tunning. Over time, coins develop natural coloration due to environmental exposure. Some 1991 Kennedy half dollars exhibit attractive rainbow or golden tunning, which can increase their appeal among collectors. While tunning alone does not make a coin extremely valuable, it can enhance desirability when combined with high grade or rarity. The history behind the Kennedy half dollar series itself plays a huge role in its lasting popularity. Introduced in 1964, the coin quickly became a symbol of national memory and respect. Even decades later, collectors continue to pursue these coins not just for profit, but for their historical and emotional significance. If you believe you have a unique 1991 D coin, the smartest step is to have it evaluated by a professional grading service. Authentication and grading can confirm whether your coin has any rare characteristics that might increase its value. Without this verification, it is difficult to determine whether a coin is truly special or simply a common example. Despite the realistic market values, the excitement around coins like the 1991 Kennedy half dollar continues to grow. Social media and collector communities often share stories of unexpected finds, fueling the imagination of new collectors. While not every coin leads to fortune, the thrill of the hunt is part of what makes coin collecting so addictive. It is also worth noting that coins in original mint sets or proof sets from 1991 can carry higher value than circulated pieces. Proof coins, specially struck with polished dies, have a mirror-like finish and are produced in limited quantities. These are typically more desirable than standard circulation coins. For beginners, the key is to understand the difference between hype and reality. While it is exciting to imagine finding a coin worth millions, true value comes from rarity, condition, and collector demand. Learning these fundamentals will help you make smarter decisions and avoid unrealistic expectations. In the end, the 1991 D Kennedy half dollar is not a ticket to instant wealth, but it is far from worthless. It represents a moment in history, a piece of craftsmanship from the United States Mint, and a potential collectible with modest to meaningful value depending on its condition and uniqueness. So if you have one of these coins, don't rush to spend it, but also don't expect it to change your life overnight. Instead, see it for what it truly is, a small but meaningful piece of history that could hold hidden value if you take the time to understand it properly. The next up top for the 1989 Kennedy half dollar may look like just another old coin resting quietly in your pocket or coin jar, but hidden beneath its worn surface could be a story far more powerful than you imagine. Minted by the United States Mint, this coin carries decades of history, mystery, and the thrilling possibility that a simple piece of metal might one day change someone's life. While most circulated examples seem ordinary, collectors know that sometimes the most valuable treasures hide in plain sight. In 1989, millions of Kennedy half dollars were struck, especially at the Denver Mint, identified by the D Mint mark. These coins were made primarily from a copper-nickel-clad composition, which gives them that familiar copper-colored edge you mentioned. Because they were produced in such large numbers, most of them entered circulation and became worn over time, losing their original shine but gaining character through years of use. At first glance, a heavily circulated 1989 D Kennedy half dollar might seem common and inexpensive. In reality, most of these coins are worth only a small premium above face value. But here, where the excitement begins, certain rare variations, minting errors, and exceptionally preserved pieces can be worth significantly more, sometimes reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on their uniqueness. The real magic lies in the details. Coins that show unusual errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. These rare imperfections are not flaws, they are accidents of history, making each coin one of a kind. If your 1989 D coin has any strange markings or unusual features, it could be far more valuable than you think. Condition also plays a powerful role in determining value. Even though your coin is described as circulated and worn, some coins survive in better condition than others. A coin with clearer details, sharper edges, and less surface damage will always attract more attention from collectors. In rare cases, even circulated coins with strong eye appeal can command impressive prices. There is also a psychological thrill tied to coins like this. The idea that a small, everyday object could hold hidden value captures the imagination. Stories of rare coins selling for huge sums have fueled the dreams of collectors for decades. While not every 1989 D Kennedy half dollar is worth a fortune, the possibility keeps people searching, examining, and hopping. However, it's important to stay grounded in reality. Claims that such a coin can instantly make you a billionaire overnight are not accurate. Even the rarest examples of this specific coin do not reach millions in value, but that does not make them any less exciting. A coin worth hundreds or thousands of dollars is still a remarkable discovery for something that once passed through ordinary hands. What makes the Kennedy half dollar special goes beyond money. It honors President John F. Kennedy, and since its introduction in 1964, it has been a symbol of American history and remembrance. Owning one is like holding a small piece of the past, a connection to a moment that shaped a nation. Collectors often spend years searching for the perfect coin. They study mint marks, learn about production years, and carefully examine every detail under magnification. For them, the journey is just as valuable as the discovery. Your 1989 D coin could be the beginning of such a journey. If you truly believe your coin might be special, the best step is to have it examined by a professional coin grader. Experts can determine whether your coin has rare features or a higher than average grade. This process can unlock its true value and give you a clearer understanding of what you own. The coin market is constantly evolving. Prices rise and fall based on demand, rarity, and collector interest. A coin that is modestly valued today could become more desirable in the future. That's why many collectors choose to hold onto their coins rather than selling them quickly. There is also an emotional aspect to collecting. Finding a coin that stands out from the rest creates a sense of achievement and excitement. It transforms a simple object into something meaningful, something worth preserving and sharing with others. So, while your 1989 D Kennedy half dollar may not instantly make you a billionaire, it still holds the potential to surprise you. Whether through a rare error, an above-average condition, or simply its historical value, it is far more than just spare change. In the end, the true power of this coin lies not just in its price but in its mystery. Every scratch, every mark, and every detail tells a story waiting to be discovered. And who knows, hidden within your coin could be a small but real treasure, quietly waiting for the right person to recognize its worth.